Going to be talking about narcissism today and how do you avoid narcissism and how do you even deal with it? And I think that's a pretty big concept or topic that a lot of people are talking about right now. Aloha, everyone. I'm Dr. Matt James. For those of you who I haven't met, thank you so much for joining and even just checking out these videos on YouTube here. And really do appreciate the following. I'm here at the Airbnb. We're still in Carlsbad. Been here now for 5 weeks teaching our master practitioner level training, our trainers training. We just wrapped up trainers training yesterday. Kudos to all of you who attended it and did such an amazing job. Well, I'm wearing my workout shirt right now because I just got done working out. As I've told you all before, aloha Beth, as I've told you all before, routine equals results. It does. I've already shared that with you. Today I want to talk about narcissism. Narcissism is a thing, man. It really is a problem for some people. Some of you may know a narcissist, be in a relationship with a narcissist, possibly even getting close to narcissism yourself without even knowing it. And that's a real problem because the tools and techniques that I share, neuro-linguistic programming, mental emotional release, Huna, energy work, they work. I mean, I'm a doctor of integrative psychology, and to become a doctor, I studied Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian forgiveness process, and I validated that it actually works. It reduces your grudge that you hold and gets rid of the baggage. And when I share that with people, they're just like, yes, I need this. I need Ho'oponopono. I need forgiveness. And so does, and fill in the blank, my husband, my kid, my boss. And then I get asked, but they're a narcissist. What can I do? And the response is, sadly, not a lot. You see, if you become a narcissist and you step into that space of thinking that you don't have an issue, tools and techniques like the stuff that I teach just won't work on you because a part of this is called a do-with process. A part of the whole approach of helping you release negative emotions, limiting beliefs, getting rid of that grudge with a forgiveness technique is that you gotta own that you have a part of the problem. You gotta own that you are a part of the problem. Like, let's say, here's a classic example. I had a student come up to me and go, you know, so-and-so needs this release, so-and-so needs it, so, because I see all these people around me and they have problems. And I'm like, well, what's the common thread? Is the common thread that you encounter people that have the same baggage, or is the common thread you? And he said, what do you mean by that? There's a fun example that I share in the trainings with me and my son, Ethan. My son is such an incredible young man. He works for the company now. He's helping out here. We've been hanging out for a few weeks now. It's been so good to spend time with him and his girlfriend, Gabriella. And there was one time where he was a teenager. This was a long time ago. We've done forgiveness where we were in Italy. And what happened was we were messing around. We were joking around. There were a bunch of other people sitting at the table. And he just straight up called me a dick. And he said, Dad, stop being such a dick. And I got up from the table and I walked over to him and I leaned in his ear and I said, if you ever call me that again, I will end you. And I went to the bathroom, splashed some water on my face, and I was like, okay, that was a little bit extreme. So I need to just, take a break. I went upstairs, went to bed, woke up the next morning, and he comes down the stairs and he said, Dad, I said, hey buddy, I want to go first. I said, please forgive me. He said, what? I said, yeah, please forgive me. He said, for what? I said, my reaction was a bit extreme. Me telling you I'm going to end you, threatening your life, I'm going to go with that's just a little bit extreme. And I could have handled myself better. And he said, well, when you got up from the table and walked over to me, I thought you were going to kill me. So the fact that you only threatened me, he goes, I felt really good about that. And we both laughed. And he goes, but I'm the one that started. I said, buddy, if I had zero to do with it, there wouldn't have been a fight. I would have just been like, Ethan, that doesn't work. We're going to be talking tomorrow. I would have been calm, but I wasn't calm. I felt the anger, so I need forgiveness as well. As long as you're pointing a finger and you're like, well, you started it. If there was a fight, if there's an issue, you're a part of it. You're a part of it, you gotta own it. Narcissists don't do that. Narcissists sit there and go, well, I got pissed off because you were a jerk. I got pissed off because you said X, Y, Z. Ethan, I got pissed off because you called me that name. But in reality, though, you gotta take a step back and go, there wouldn't have been a fight. There wouldn't have been an issue if I had just been calm, centered, and balanced. And I wasn't. So I had to ask for forgiveness just as much as he did. We cleaned it up. He's never called me that again. And at the end of the day, I'm so grateful that I owned it. So avoid becoming a full-blown narcissist where you think everybody else has a problem and you don't. I feel for you, man. If you're living with someone that is unwilling to take any responsibility, you got to start there. You got to start with taking responsibility, owning the fact that you might have an actual issue and be a part of the problem. And when you do, then there's something you can do about it. So take a moment during these, this next week before our Facebook, our YouTube Live. Take a moment to just sit there and go, where do I need to begin to look in the mirror and take some responsibility for what's going on? Okay? Hope that was a good message. And those of you who are here at Trainers Training with me, I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Take care. Aloha. Ahui ho.